Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock, and it is the player ratings from yesterday's 5-1 defeat against Spurs away down at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I mean, what can you say about that? This hasn't been one of the greatest Spurs sides this season. First half, I thought we did pretty well. I mean, we scored the goal through Fabian Schär from the free kick. To put us 1-0 up into the game. Then they go and equalise through Ben Davies, and you think, all right, well, 1-1 into half-time, let's see if we can go and retake the lead. But second half, defensively, we absolutely capitulated, collapsed in that second half. The gaps we left for Spurs to come out with were absolutely unbelievable. The fact is, Spurs attack-wise is really, really deadly. It really, really can be. If the likes of Son, Kane, even though I didn't think he was at his best yesterday, even though he did provide one assist, but the other Spurs players in that attack line as well, if you leave massive gaps open, they will take chances and 9 times out of 10 can bag those in. And that is exactly what we did. What on earth happened yesterday with our defending? It was all over the place. Jesus, my word. We cannot afford to be doing that. That has been one of the critics as well this season. I think Eddie Howe will make sure he will look to sort that out when we take on Wolves on Friday night. I believe he will. I believe that he will do that. Now, I see a lot of things on social media thinking that was one of the performances like Steve Bruce would have played. That's their opinion, but fine. But I simply do not agree with that at all. If this was Steve Bruce this season, he would have set 5 at the backup, play so defensive, and that would have been more than 5 to Spurs. You can guarantee it would have been. We would have been carved in our own half. We would not be getting out of our own half. And we'll invite so much pressure and then just get completely rolled over. If that was Steve Bruce, that's what it would have been, definitely. Even the 1-1 defeat, the 1-1 draw, was worse than that last season. The 1-0 away defeat to Sheffield United last season was worse than yesterday's game. As well, both games against Brighton, particularly away, that was worse than that. What else could you say? Newport County, a League 2 side. We got away with that massively. But I know it's their opinion, and I'll respect those, but I simply do not agree that it was like a Steve Bruce style of performance. I thought our attacking-wise was pretty good. Defensively, we just absolutely switched off, and we can't be doing that. Dan Burn nearly lost his head. He could have been sent off. Can't afford to be doing that. But there you are. I hope we do fix up for Wolves, because we are at home. And Eddie Howe will make sure he'll want to do that for Friday, because that is a game I think we should be getting 3 points out of, even though Wolves have done pretty well. But we are at home, and we kind try and resurrect our performance on Friday against Wolves. Our home form's been really good lately. Of course, we won against Everton. We've beaten Villa as well, and we've also beaten Brighton as well. So there you are. So that is why we will look to try and resurrect that for next Friday. But anyway, I'm going to get into the player ratings now. Start off in goal, Martin Dubravka. Couldn't have done out about the goals, could he? He simply couldn't. Because again, it was the way we defended for them. It was schoolboy. And the spaces we left were so massive for them to cut right through us. So there you are. I'll give Dubravka a 5. Now I'll go into the back four. The right back spot, Javier Manquillo. And to me, he deserved to start. Taylor 2 halves. All right in the first half, but second again, just the way we fell apart in that second half. So there you are. Hopefully we'll look to rectify that. I'm glad Emil Kraft wasn't playing, because I think that could have been more than 5. Because if that was Son up against Emil Kraft, oh my word. But there you are. I'll give Javier Manquillo a 4. Now into the centre-backs. So first of all, Fabian Schär scored the goal from the free kick. But again, second half, it was the way we defended for the goals. There you are. I think he will look to resurrect that Fabian Schär, because again he's been one of our better. He's been really defensively really good under Eddie Howe, and I think he will try and look to sort that out on Friday against Wolves. I'll give Fabian Schär a 5, and that is because he scored the goal, the free kick for us. Alongside him, Dan Burn. Again, first half, all right. But second half, again, just the way we fell apart. Nearly lost his head. Could have been sent off. I think he was very lucky to avoid it, a second yellow. He needs to go back to what he was previously doing. Making sure he knows when to get those tackles in correctly and to stop how he was stopping the other opposition teams from coming out with him as well. So there you are. So I'll give Dan Burn a 4. In Lau in the left-back spot, Matt Target, and I thought he was the better defender out of a lot of them in terms of going forward. So there you are. I'll give Matt Target a 6, because I thought he was one of our better defenders there yesterday as well. In terms of trying to get those tackles in, I think it was a lot of the time it came down Spurs' left-hand side. Yeah, well, it was down both sides, but I thought Matt Target was the better defender, so that is why I'll give him the 6. Now I'll go into the midfielders. So first of all, Joe Shelby. I did think it was a great performance, which I was really disappointed with. I thought this is the game we really needed him in terms of his creativity, but at times it just wasn't there a lot. That was the thing. I'll give Joe Shelby a 4. Next player I'll go in the midfield role, and that was Joe Willock, and that was dreadful yesterday. That was absolutely dreadful. That was disappointing, considering Joe Willock was playing against one of his former rivals when he played for Arsenal. That was very disappointing from Joe Willock. I think he should have been taken off the game, and he wasn't. So I think Bruno should have been in that start lineup yesterday, I've got to admit. That was terrible from Joe Willock. He gets a 2 from me. And the last player in the midfield roles, and that was Joe Linton. Again, first half he did well. Second half he kind of struggled at times. I mean, he got into a bit of an argy-bargy with one of their players as well, which he pushed over, was yellow carded for it. Looks like a player you don't want to mess with anymore. But there you are. I think he will look to try and get back to his best when we take on Wolves on Friday night as well. I'll give Joe Linton a 5. And now the attacking 3 up front. So first of all, on the right-hand side, Ryan Frazier. And that was absolutely dreadful from him yesterday. Again, very disappointed with that. I must admit, considering he's been one of our better players under Eddie Howe lately. But he just wasn't at it yesterday. He just really, really wasn't. Again, I think he will look to try and rectify that as well against Wolves on Friday night. Hopefully, it was just a one-off. I'm going to have to give Ryan Frazier a 2. I thought terrible yesterday. On the left-hand side, and that was ASM. And again, it just wasn't good at all. I thought he was passing a lot more, but again, there was times he was caught out completely in terms of losing the ball, and the final ball wasn't there at times as well. It got into a podge with one of their players as well. Was yellow carded for it as well. But again, hopefully ASM will look to sort it out for against Wolves on Friday. I'll give ASM a 3. Up front in the middle, Chris Wood, and again, just utterly dreadful again. He had the chance, which he missed, but other than that, was he in the game? Was he in the game? Just not really at all, was it? Just, I think we're just hoping Callum Wilson's back soon. But again, I think he'll still keep playing Chris Wood, because Eddie Howe will not give Dwight Gale a chance. He simply not be doing that, and you just can't see it happening. Chris Wood, 2. There you are. Now into the substitutions. So we made 2 at the same time. It was Murphy and Bruno. They came on both together. I'll start with Jacob Murphy. It's just not good, was it? I just didn't think it was any better than ASM, I've got to admit, at times. Jacob Murphy, it's a 3 for him from me. I'll go into Bruno, and I thought he did very well when he come on. I thought he did. I think he should have started. I would look to be starting him on Friday night against Wolves Really, really would like to see him start on Friday. I'm going to give Bruno a 7 because I thought he did very well when he come on. And the last substitution was Jamal Lascelles. Of course, we did switch it to a back five because the way we were trying to get run about, and we thought to try and stop any more goals from going in, but it just wasn't to be. But again, just not really a lot from Jamal Lascelles, was it? I've got to admit, it just really, really wasn't. So I'm giving Jamal Lascelles a 4. Now into the manager, Eddie Howe. Now, I thought the lineup at first was fine. I've got to admit, I think we all expected what it could have been. The 4-3-3 formation, certain players coming back into the side as well. But what did he say to them at half-time is what you could question, because the defending in that game was absolutely atrocious. It really, really was. I'll give Eddie Howe a 5. So that is my player ratings. Let me know in the comments section, do you agree with the ratings that I've gone with? If you were to change it, let me know as always, and why. It's always good to get your thoughts. Let me know how you are feeling. I thought that was an opportunity we could have had because the way Spurs have been playing at times this season. But you can't defend like that. Absolutely no chance. It was like a knife going through a block of butter. That's what that second half felt like in terms of our defending. And we need to rectify that against Wolves on Friday night. Hopefully it'll be a lot more better. We are at home. The crowd will get behind the players. And let's just hope we can recover from the previous 3 defeats. We're back at home now. We've got 3 home games in a row coming up as well. So let's see what we can do out of them as well. 8 o'clock tonight, we've got the 4 Horsemen of the Toon on the World of Sport TV channel tonight. So do keep an eye out for that one. We can have a laugh on there tonight, since we are still feeling a bit deflated from yesterday. So there you are. Come and tune on tonight at 8 o'clock on the World of Sport TV. And should have my live show, which I don't think it's going to be a Friday again, because we've got the match on this Friday night, so I might have to do it a Saturday again, or when I can. So there you are. So do keep an eye out for coming. Of course, I'll have the usual preview for the Wolves games and all that, and also the vlog will be there. Fan reactions, quick thoughts after the game, and player ratings will be there as well. So do keep an eye out for them. Come in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like. Drop your comments in as well. And of course, if you haven't checked me out before, please hit that subscribe button. Catch us all here tonight. Take care. We simply cannot defend like that anymore in any game.